Charles Caron here. I want to talk quickly about a vital topic, and it's this. What is captivity of the mind? Hear it carefully. What is captivity of the mind? Can that be done? And the answer, of course, is very obvious, yes. Captivity of the mind is a very frightening reality. Years ago, I was in a South Florida home where a young man had captured, with state permission, a wild hawk, and in a short time had converted it into an obedient falcon. He surprised me when he said that it took only 3 days after he had captured this wild hawk in a trap to bring it to the point where it would sit obediently on his wrist, at a whistle fly to a perch across the room, at another whistle fly back to his arm. He could take it outside where the hawk was free to escape. It would even fly away, but it would come back obediently at his command. And I was shocked that a wild creature, such as the hawk, could be so transformed in a matter of a few days. But that got my mind to thinking on a more important topic. Is it possible for people to be mentally captured, subdued, and made to do things just like the hawk that in a normal state they would not do? And frighteningly, the answer is yes. The human mind can be captured and subdued. And we have examples of that historically, even currently. I'm thinking of, in my lifetime, of a young woman in California, a 19-year-old millionairess who was captured, kidnapped, and kept in a closet for a period of days. And then shockingly, when she was freed, she devoted herself to her kidnappers, participated with them in an armed robbery of a bank, which she and with her parents partially owned. She was an internationally known, famous, millionaire-ish young woman. And yet, she mentally had been captured and subdued. Now the question comes to us, is that possible spiritually and religiously? And the answer, frighteningly, is yes. That we as Christians must be alert to the tactics of Satan and powers of darkness. We had another instance here of a 12-year-old girl in America a few years back who was kidnapped at night, taken out of her own bed, and then later had opportunity to escape her kidnappers and did not. Now, how can that be? How can it be that a wild hawk can be taken and in a matter of a few days brought to a mental obedience that is totally alien to its natural behavior? I'm thinking also of an instance in Stockholm years ago where 4 bank employees were raided by gangsters coming into the bank with guns and ended up by capturing these employees in the bank vault with themselves. They were all actually captured because they couldn't get out of the vault. But here was the surprising thing. The bank employees, after they were captured, refused to testify in court against their kidnappers, against the bank robbers, but defended them. There is even one instance of a young woman who was kidnapped, captured, later married her captor. Now, what goes on in the human mind that people can submit to captors like that? Paul the Apostle explained Romans 7:23. He said, I see another law in my members warring against the law of my mind and bringing me into captivity to the law of sin, which is in my members. And this is Romans 7, where he shouts out, O wretched man that I am, who will deliver me from this body of death? And then he answers the question, I thank God through Jesus Christ our Lord. Now we all know of wives abused by their husbands, some bruised, lacerated, whipped, beat, horribly abused, but who will not leave them, will not walk away from them when they have opportunity. Now the bondage of sin works that way. Our only escape, our only remedy, our only deliverer is Jesus Christ, who has power over death itself. And so I'm saying this for several reasons. As Christians, we must be alert to recognize this kind of bondage in others around us. Some of these people have opportunity to escape, but don't. They could walk away, but don't. They could call on a neighbor for help, but they don't. What they need are the wise, seeing eyes of spiritual people who can recognize what's going on in their lives and help bring them to deliverance. So what do we do? Remember, John 8:31-32, Jesus said to the Jews who believed him, if you abide in my word, you are my disciples indeed, and you shall know the truth. Hear this, and the truth shall set you free. The truth shall set you free. Thank God for that. Think on these things. The Lord be with you. We'll visit again soon. Bye.